Hello, Purple Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. It's October 1st, and we are celebrating in a very special way. You'll notice that I am all wrapped up because the weather is changing. We're in the midst of change and we're in the midst of transition. And this is showing up on so many levels. It may be showing up in terms of your daily life at work, or it can be showing up even at home. But our season is a reflection. It's also a reflection of the harvest. And so today we're going to celebrate, and our theme for this month is celebrating our humanity and our oneness together. And so, what that means to me is that we get to come together more often, we get to celebrate, and one of the best ways to celebrate is through spiritual practice, and that practice is prayer. I have a motto, and that motto is a family that prays together stays together. So I'm hoping that you're sharing these prayers with your family. And I want you to know that we consider you to be part of our extended family. So, with the theme of humanity and unity, I share this wonderful blessing. It is a Buddhist blessing. And I feel that it is right on because it's talking about spiritual food. And prayer is spiritual food. It says, "We receive this food in gratitude to all beings who have helped to bring it to our table and vow to respond in turn to those in need with wisdom and compassion." And with that in mind, right now, I'm going to invite you to join me in anchoring right now into this space. And I'd like to do a heart meditation. And if you'll just join me by just placing your hands over your heart right now and pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to the movement of the breath within your entire body. We're going to breathe in on the count of 5 through our nose, and we're going to exhale on the count of 5 through our mouths. Let's do that right now. And I'm inviting you right now to recall a time of compassion. I'm recalling a time of compassion. And this time of compassion is the type of compassion that puts a smile on your face. Many years ago, my nephew came to live with me. And he came to live with me in the latter part of being a teenager. Matter of fact, he used to say, "Auntie, do you ever get tired?" And I turned to him and I said, "Sweetheart, I want you to know that you and I are on a sacred journey. It's a fast track. And we are going to complete everything we need to do to get you to where you need to go." And so we just happened to be in the store one day. And we're standing in line, and we started to formulate a long line. And he looked around and he saw this person, and it seemed like they were having a rough day. And he just stood up and said, "Why don't you go ahead of us? We have all the time in the world." It was very compassionate of him. And I could see how that impacted that individual. Someone was thinking about them. And it made that person feel really good. For me, I felt like a proud mama to see that he could be compassionate enough and empathetic enough to see when someone was moving through something and that he could make a difference. So I'm just remembering that moment, and it just brings a smile to my face. And I'm inviting you to remember your moment. Energetically, I can tell you, even in this moment, it feels really good. It reminds me that there are people in the world that really care. Remember your moment right now. And bring it forward. Now I'm inviting you to join me in magnifying that energy. And I hear these words seeing through the eyes of love. And I'm inviting you right now to regenerate this same feeling and regenerate it within all your personal circles all around the world. Those people that you are a part of, those groups and organizations. And let's just magnify that energy once more, allowing love and compassion to extend itself in this moment within every nook and cranny of this thing we call Earth. And in this moment, I just take this time to acknowledge the presence of the divine, and knowing that that presence of the divine is everywhere. It's in everything and everyone. It is perfect love and perfect peace, perfect harmony. It is joy. It is the wisdom and light of that divine element that always has been and always will be. It is beauty. It is that divine essence that fulfills itself even in the midst of transitions. Our transition from work, our transition to home, our transition for interacting with people and interacting with those that we know of. And so in this very moment, as I'm acknowledging this wonderful presence, I'm remembering too that that wonderful presence includes me, that I am a divine expression of this divine thing of life, and that my presence makes a difference in the world. And I'm acknowledging that same light and same truth for every single person that is hearing this prayer, every single person that is viewing this prayer. I'm knowing that the energy field that I stand in, which is infinite, it's fully present right now, and it is moving and radiating and touching every single life. And so in this very moment, I speak my word and know the truth and behold the truth, that God is truly all there is, and that God presence has moved forward to prepare the way, that the infinite wisdom and joy of God is overflowing and expressing itself right now. I'm acknowledging those that are celebrating this day, maybe perhaps It is their birthday. What I know is the presence has gone before and prepared the way, and that each individual is lifted up to the place of the Most High. I'm acknowledging this wonderful power and this presence right now, knowing that each individual energetically is blessed beyond that which we cannot even imagine, that their bodies are sustained and nurtured, and that the blessing of spirit continues to fulfill itself, enrich itself, and bless itself. I know that this wonderful presence is filled with strength, it's filled with unity, it's filled with wisdom, and that these blessings simply overflow. They touch everyone and everything. It touches life. And what I'm knowing is right here, right now, that this wonderful energy has fulfilled itself in a practical way for every single person hearing this prayer. I know that their bodies are responsive and that the wholeness and perfection of the divine expresses itself. I know that their minds are lifted up and inspired. I know too that this wonderful presence fulfills itself in all relationships. I'm knowing right now that there is perfect good, and that perfect good is at hand, fulfilling itself as abundance and prosperity for each individual, personalizing itself as good in the world, good within them, and good surrounding them. I know that each person is guided, guarded in safety, that the spirit of the divine is overflowing within them, and anything that is unlike this, it simply falls into its native nothingness. It has no power, for there is only one presence, one power, one essence. It is the oneness of life, and that oneness is wholeness. It is good. It is divine wisdom and light and love and peace overflowing. And I am giving thanks for the blessing of this fulfilled in practical ways within our lives. And it is in this space here that I simply release these words into that thing we call universal law that always says yes. And it is from this place here that we allow it to be, and we affirm, and so it is. Amen. Open your eyes. Let me look into your eyes and thank you for being a part of this prayer today. And I'm wishing you a wonderful month. There's so much happening with us through our app. So I'm going to invite you to share this with your friends and family. Remember, a family that prays together stays together. We're in unity this month. And I'm also inviting you to, if you have a prayer, to go to the prayer request form of our app and send in a prayer request. We have a team. They're sitting and waiting to pray with you about whatever is going on in your life. Know that we appreciate you and we're wishing you a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow.